So thought I would share this with you this week because it's the exact kind of post that I would look for if I was sassing somebody else out. And I'd shared it to Instagram and it was sort of such an epic, I thought, kind of good content. It's the sort of stuff I'd want to know about someone. So, 20 facts about me. Let's get to it. I grew up being called by my middle name. I'm Olivia Suzanne, but my parents chose, for whatever reason, to call me Suzanne. And I didn't like Suzanne because it was too long and everyone else had sort of cool nicknames. I'd have gone with Susie, but every dog in Filey was called Susie, and then my best friend was called Susie, so I shortened it to Sue. And then when I got to university and they called out the register, and they didn't know to go with my middle name, I just thought, you know what, yeah, that's me. Stuck with Olivia. I'm definitely more of an introvert than an extrovert by personality. I'd go halfway and say ambivert because it sort of depends who I'm with. I'm life and soul with people that I am comfortable with. But social settings, groups of people that I don't know, I will not be the person at the party working the floor. I'll be one in the corner with maybe one or two friends that I stick to like glue all night. It has been a process though, and I honestly have noted the change in myself as I have exposed myself gradually to being more open, to opening up and to being less sort of fearful. I don't have a 5-year plan. Who does? The goal setters, those people that are naturally driven, that are achievers. For me, I'm more of a take it as it comes, as long as everything just sort of seems okay here, then I'm okay to go with the flow. That is a gift to your life, I tell you. But it also, as all these things do, has a flip side whereby you maybe need to kick yourself up the pants a little bit more, sit down and say, you know what, actually, what do I want for my life? I now work towards, can you believe it, goals. I get very, very deliberate, and honestly it has really been helpful and beneficial. So no 5-year plan, but intentionalities every day that are getting me towards a picture of life that I'd like it to look like. Yeah, absolutely. Which leads me to the fact that I'm actually very happy with not an awful lot. I can be quite content with the real simplistic things in life, with the simple joys. I think when you are forced to find what really matters and life gets stripped back, then those things you think, you know what, that's really all that matters. And if you can be content and happy with that, then you're a way to go. What matters to me is living a life of purpose. At this stage of my life, I want to feel that I'm making a difference to other people. So call that mentoring or coaching, being able to help people take those small steps over none, to be able to help people help themselves, honestly with the tools that we were, many of us, not given when we were younger at school or by our parents. It simply kind of wasn't the information that was available or that level of insight. So to have that now and to be able to help people connect and align with what they want for their lives really honestly is the greatest privilege and such a joy to me. I still don't know what my favourite colour is. I still don't know what my favourite animal is, and I don't care, and I'm not going to choose. I think I resent being made to choose things when usually I'm kind of both. I'm wellies and I'm heels. I'm camping and I'm 5-star hotels, we are made to choose so often in life, and to nail it down, to nail down your style and to nail down your preference, to nail down your which side of the line are you. And I'm usually both. This book, actually, now mentioning that, where is it? Here. I'll show you the one that I delved into first, Enneagram. So help me explain. Again, personality types. I normally resent personality types because I'm never one, ever clearly cut. I'm usually multiple of them. This was so helpful. Goes through 9 types, 9 characteristics that we can be. And then I delved into that one, which was a way more in-depth, but so helpful, and explains the both aspect. I'm not a bed maker. Shock horror, I know. I kind of don't see the point. I get out of bed, the covers go off. I get back in and the covers go over. What making is there to do? I did realise though, when I go to sleep, I'm going to the co-op, I'm out, I'm done. So maybe it's something to do with that my bed's not usually very messy, but there you go. I don't make the bed. And the ironing board, if that's going to come out, it's going to be a rare occasion. Again, because I think we don't have a lot of shirts to iron here. There's a lot of things that maybe don't need to be completely pressed and all pristine. It just doesn't happen. Nah, this one makes me smile. It's the unexpected joy in life, which for me is being a mum. The Johnny Cash quote this morning in bed with her having coffee, that's kind of the way I feel. Every day is like this privilege I get to sort of be part of this life that is evolving, and I sit in bed with my vat of coffee and she sits next to me and throws back a bowl of cereal, and I'm honestly so thankful that I have not been too busy in life to miss her growing up. I can honestly hand on heart say I've been there. I have been there for her, and I don't mean in a suffocating way, because I think it's my responsibility as an adult to not make her fit my mold of what it is to be human, but to show her options and to say, hey, there's this and there's this, and to shape that process together. Obviously when they're younger, you know, kids need more of a container for life, as it were. But the older she's getting now, honestly, it's just a privilege. At school, the only thing I saw in the careers book that I wanted to be was a pilot. I remember going through the book, no, and getting to the end and thinking, are you kidding? Is this it? I've got to be something out of this book. And there was nothing I wanted to be. So I went with pilot because speed, travel, excitement. And then I went and did a little bit of training in Harrogate and found out that geography was really not my strong suit, like really not. It's a bit of a family joke. So yeah, that went half a bar every day. Yes, I do, and I don't feel bad about it. It's my sugar in my day. I don't do fruit. If anything's got sugar in it, I'm usually not touching it, or carbs is the other thing. But I allow myself half bar every day. When I started coming off sugar 10 years ago, actually, I started with 75%, then I went 80, and now I'm on 90. I love it, I enjoy it. Which leaves me, I've got to draw a breath as I even talk about this, I like it that much. Toast and marmalade. Toast and marmalade, my died and gone to heaven food is toast and marmalade. The smell of toast, you cannot beat it. Butter, don't give me half fat anything. If we're doing it, I'm an all or nothing person as well. So if we're doing it, we're all out doing it. Butter, marmalade, the proper stuff with all the bits in. Oh my gosh, so happy with toast and marmalade. Anyone hungry? One of the biggest surprises to me and things I'm most grateful for is a relationship with my parents. I didn't see this one coming. When I was growing up, it was a very different relationship. They were different people, I was a different person, and it was this sort of mismatch between communication between the species. I wanted autonomy for my life, and I left home and left their lives, and we saw them maybe twice a year. And even when my daughter was born, we just kind of didn't see them. It was more a case of I'll see you when I have to rather than I'll see you because I want to. Sounds so bad, but it was kind of the way it was. And it's only been in the last 7 years, and I remember it's sort of that time frame because they helped my daughter and I move. I remember being here and thinking, watching my daughter with her, and she didn't really know them as people. And now they are Paps and G. They are the coolest grandparents, and they're the most beautiful human beings to be around. They are so non-judgmental, they are so allowing for, they are so spunky and so full of life, and just there's like not an old bone in their body, and they're both nearly 70, and to be around that is so energizing. And I tell you that because I want to encourage you not to pigeonhole people. They didn't do it with me, and I hopefully haven't done it with them, and to allow for change. People can change. That said, judging ourselves less and judging other people less, honestly, is one of the best things we can do. Game changer when you learn to remove judgment from people and situations and circumstances. When you judge less, you're able to enter into life with just more of what it is rather than the judgment that you slapped on it. Game changer. Boy bands on the wall as a teenager, yeah? No, not here. Cars. Why? I don't know. I think Dad got them free or something, but I remember posters on the wall in our bedroom. Even now, I love, one of my favourite things to do is to load up the fuel tank and just to go off into the dales and then, you know, get a bit of open road and get my foot down. Probably drive faster than I should do. I'm really good at 10-pin bowling. I didn't expect it either, but after a few games realised, oh, okay, I'm all right at this. So I like it when you're, you know, in a party with blokes and they just sort of think they're going to be able to, you know, kick your ass. And then that's exactly what you end up doing. Kind of like it. I write entirely in caps. When I left school, my handwriting just looked horrendous. I didn't like it. And with no one in charge and me the boss of me, I thought, right, I'm doing caps. It's a bit like the Olivia thing and the Suzanne. I thought, right, I'm the boss of me. I'm going caps. It's still not that legible now, not going to lie to you, but it's better than it was. I have tattoos, I have piercings, but I have no fillings. I went to the dentist earlier on this week. no fillings again. It'll be another year before I go, so at least I know I'm ahead for another year. My coffee takeout name is Audrey. It's my grandmother. She was an absolute force of nature. The element of her that is just this fire we call the Audrey spirit. So my coffee name is a way of keeping a little bit of Audrey alive. Yes, we got to the end. My quickest way out of a funk is to dance it off. I love a good dance party. So bows or my inner ears, just go in, and if I need to change my state, I need to change it up, I need to feel energized, the music goes on. The quickest way to change your state, as you may know, is to change your body, to change your physiology. So I just dance it out. And those are 20 facts about me. Hope you enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Leave me a comment below. Did any resonate with you? Have I got something that I think is a little bit quirky that you also share with me? I'd be interested to know. Anyway, I will see you soon. Have a great week. Well, if you're still here, because that was an epic, I've just got to let you know before I go that there's 1 week left to subscribe to become a BM Insider in time for November's issue. If you've been considering mentoring, if you're not sure, if you think you may, just bob your details in any of the 3 locations here, because it's going to be well worth it with an incentive I'm going to be giving out to subscribers only.